What's up, everybody? Welcome to the channel, coming to you live on a beautiful night from the real life footy fields, literally watching a scrimmage. And what you are watching in the background is some eFootball gameplay at 50%. The reason why is because this is a great way that I use all the time to see about player movement, see how different play styles in all of the football games, see how they work, see the differences between different, commands and different mistakes that I made and what commands I maybe should have used. Just all around, there's so much that you can learn when you just slow the game down, and you'll see certain things you wouldn't otherwise see if the game was at full speed, or definitely that you wouldn't see in the moment when you were playing. And so it's helped me a ton in choosing the right tactics, understanding different play styles, different skill sets of different players, the way different runs players make, especially in eFootball where it's more AI driven. It has helped me a ton. And why that is relevant for this video is because just as I felt I was starting to understand eFootball at like the basic level, where win or lose, it made sense. And you see from my latest comments, I was literally glazing eFootball like crazy, right? And I truly meant the title. Like, I feel like the game literally grabbed my heart, and now it's crushing it because just as I felt like I was understanding it, all these inconsistencies come out of the woodwork, at least for me. And many of them are things that I've seen in my comments section in the past. And so I understand that there's players that, truly like eFootball and play it on a consistent basis that either can live with these things or maybe understand the game at a deeper level to where they don't have some of these issues. But the whole thing with me, and I've been trying to, express it to be clear with this on Discord too, I'm playing this game to connect with the community and to have a way to provide a game where we can talk football, where we can talk ways to improve, and where you can take your skill set onto the pitch, continue working on it, and see how high you can climb. And if eFootball is a place where we can connect and do that and challenge ourselves to get better at a football game, play beautiful football, enjoy it, and truly work at it and get better, then I'm all for eFootball, and I was starting to feel like this was that type of game. However, if I'm scratching my head, right, and I played football games my whole life and play the other two games at a high level, a level that many players aspire to get to. So, like, say you have a player that's Division 6 in FC that, aspires to get to Division 3. I can and want to help that player achieve that. If you have a player in UFL that's, stuck in Ruby Division and wants so bad to get to Diamond League, not even Premier, just Diamond, I can and want to help a player get to that, right? I want to help players who want to put the time in to get better. No different than the reason I'm out at the football fields coaching, because I want to help players who aspire to get to a higher level. Maybe some players want to go all the way pro. Maybe other players just want to play college football, whether that's Division 1 or even just Division 3, right? Whatever it may be, if you aspire to get to a higher level and I can help you reach that, I love doing that. It's my passion because I love this game, right? And on the football gaming side, in order to do this, though, you have to have a game that is skill-based, that makes sense, right? That you can truly work at, and your skills will be rewarded as you get better. So, when the game was making sense and I'm sitting here and I'm telling you how much I love it, that's a big reason why. Because I could see a game that players could put time into and their skill would be rewarded, and that you could see some awesome football in the process, some awesome football from the gaming side. You get what I'm saying? And then when these inconsistencies come, you start to go, okay, maybe this isn't such a skill-based game. You have the teams that run at you 100 miles an hour using the play style that's quick counter, which is equivalent to me. It reminds me of the broken era of constant pressure with FC, where players weren't getting punished for just going full pressure. Everybody's man marked. Nobody could make a pass even. And then the team that had the constant pressure on, they weren't punished at all with stamina drain, even though realistically no team could put that much pressure, right? That's what quick counter feels like, And then in certain games where it felt like I could combat that and connect passes and use the width of the field to beat that, other games, I don't even have time to get a pass off my foot, right? And then there's even worse games where both teams are going back and forth, running at each other 100 miles an hour. Either team can connect a pass And that's just pure ugliness. At least when the one team's getting the ball off you, you can't connect a pass, they're making through balls and they're whooping you. So at least once on one side they're scoring and the game actually looks like football. Even if it's nonsense, it at least looks like football. The worst is those ugly games where it literally looks like two kindergarten teams kicking the ball back and forth, right? Then you got games where you have the ball, but your players aren't making runs. And it's like, wait, I've been using the same tactics all these games. All of a sudden, they're not moving. Now, I heard that could be because of lag. It could be because of, maybe it's because of the way my opponent is playing a certain play style where I'd have to change up. But I'm talking literally my strikers all of a sudden just standing there staring at me, not moving an inch. So I really need some answers before I keep putting my time into this game and I try to promote it to other players who maybe either didn't give eFootball a try yet and are thinking about it, or they did and they quit eFootball. Because my whole goal is like, if I can understand it at the level of these other players who help me, and then maybe there is something these other players are missing out on, right? But if the true diehards understand the game at a certain level that they can explain and that can truly make sense to players that are looking for a new football game, right? That can make sense as far as a skill-based aspect goes. Like, okay, here's, what you have to learn to get good at this game, and if you learn that, you'll be able to connect more passes. You'll be able to score more goals, right? You just need to use this. You need to learn this, tactic, or how to use these different tactics, and then on the field you would make this change, and that's why your strikers weren't making the runs. That's why you couldn't connect the pass here, because, like, even if it's a tactical side and that's part of it, just, on top of the skill side, I can get behind that. But right now it's hard for me to find answers, and that's where I need your help. So please let me know if you can give me answers to some of these questions, which I will be showing you more detail on Discord. If you're not in Discord, join my Discord. I've already put it out there. I've already talked to some particular people that play eFootball at a higher level and that have played longer. And I just want to point out some of these things and truly talk about it. Not get in an argument about, if that's good or bad or if that makes sense or not, but just from my point of view, I want to understand some of these things, and I want to see if it truly is a game that I can get behind supporting for newer players, right? Not players that have been playing for years, but for newer players. So please join Discord if you want to join that. And I will see you on the next one. Peace out.